Sorry about the Wi-Fi. Hopefully you got to see all of the chalet. And I wanted to read a special message to you. So it's something I posted on my personal page, and those of you who are on my email list, you probably read this, but I wanted to just read it out to you. So I've pulled it up here. This is the story of how we manifested the chalet. So last week I shared an interview with my friend Nicole Moore on the I Heart My Life show. One of the topics of conversation during our hour together was desires. Nicole and I both have a dream of changing the world, of making a lot of money doing it, so that we have the freedom to live a life better than our dreams. We believe that what's in our heart is meant for us, and trust me, we've done a lot of mindset work to get to that place. In the episode of the I Heart My Life show, my favorite quote that came out of Nicole's mouth was this: I really feel like desires are dropped in. It's our opportunity to fulfill them. What I say to my clients is, your desire is your future self telling you what's coming. Your job is to follow that. Jaw drop. Have you ever thought about it like that? More often than not, when it comes to our dreams and predicting what's possible, we hear things in our own mind and from others, such as, it's too expensive, you can't do it, you're not worthy, sign up next time. But what if you started to think of your desires in the way Nicole described them? As meant for you, as literally dropped in and as possible. After all, there are plenty of things that you don't want, that don't light you up and aren't dropped in, and you're totally fine ignoring those, right? If you're just joining, I'm reading a special message about how we manifested the chalet I'm in right now. So, if you thought about your desires in that way, how would that change your life? What actions would you take? What would you experience? What impact would you have? That takes me to the story I want to share with you today. This week, James and I are doing something totally heartfelt, and believe me, it took some courage to follow it. We're headed to the French Alps, we're here, to prep for our upcoming launch in solitude. We figured what better way to be creative and inspired than somewhere beautiful. And we're not just doing it anywhere, we're doing it in the James Bond of the chalet world. So let's look again. James Bond would be happy. For everyone watching, I'm in the French Alps and I'm reading something special to you about how we manifested this chalet. So here's how it happened. About 3 weeks ago, I got the desire to spend at least a few days in a real life snow globe. So I started to research chalets in Europe. I became obsessed, and I thought I'd make it a little bit more fun by practicing my manifesting skills at the same time. I was open to how this would happen as a gift, through a contest, via a sponsorship. Note, that is the key to manifesting, being open to the how. Then I found the chalet. But just like every other desire I had, it felt like a stretch. It felt scary. I started to doubt my desire. Do you hear me? I'm just like you when it comes to doubt. James and I talked about it for days, but how could we do this? We just got back from tons of traveling. We have so much work to do. It was a chalet meant for like 10 people. You just saw it. Wouldn't they think we were weird just hanging out there for a week? I don't even love to ski. How do we know if it's the right decision? Fast forward 10 days. I was looking at my bank account. I don't have to read this part. I was literally looking at my bank account and I saw a huge chunk of money that was about to come in. And it was something that we weren't expecting. It said that it was a tax refund. And so I emailed our previous accountants who would have dealt with that. And they said, no, that's not expected. I don't know what that is. It might be a scam. It might have been meant for someone else's bank account. And I literally emailed back and I said, no, it's a money miracle. And think about telling your accountants that, right? Like that might be a weird thing to say, but that's what I emailed back to them and I haven't heard from them since. And so a few days later, we got a letter in the mail confirming that we were in fact due a refund from 2015, our taxes from 2015. And it was literally within about 100 or so pounds, the exact amount that we paid for this chalet. And so I had already booked it. I couldn't let it go, right? I found this beautiful chalet and I knew I just had to make it happen, but I was still really open to the how. And that's how we were able to manifest the chalet with that big tax return that we were not expecting from 3 years ago. And still, I love the fact that I emailed the accountants and said it's a money miracle because I believe in money miracles. And that's why I wanted to tell you this story. So I'm going to continue reading here. So I hope, like I said, you can guess the money was deposited, etc. So don't you love how following your desires works? And I shared the pictures of this chalet on Instagram before we came and got over 700 likes. And that's never happened before. And so what it tells me is that this story is really, really powerful. And it's a story that's really needed, not because of the chalet. So we're going to turn this around again. Not because of this, but because of reminding people what's possible and reminding people just like you watching to follow your heart, and that you can make anything that you desire a reality, right? And we don't always know how it's going to happen, but we have to believe that it's meant for us. So I'm going to read this because I want it to be really powerful for you. I want you to hear me loud and clear. You don't have to live vicariously through me. In fact, I beg you not to. When you feel called to do something like move forward with your dream, book the trip, sign up for the program, take the next step on your path to success, recognize that when your mind is saying those negative, limiting statements, you don't have to believe it. In fact, you can choose to believe the opposite and create your own chalet moment. All you have to do is remember that you are not your mind. Your mind wants to keep you stuck and small. And although it's perfectly natural because it likes to play safe, that mindset will not get you any closer to your dreams. The truth is, sometimes we have to make decisions from where we want to be, not from where we currently are. That type of action takes courage, but it's so worth it. Don't let your doubt win. Doubt kills dreams. Learn to trust yourself, and you'll start to see the magic appear in your own life. And while I have you here, practice manifesting. You can start small and build up from there. The key is to be open to the how and remember that anything and everything is possible. And here's to you and your dropped-in desires and chalet moments. So thanks for everyone watching. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Christy. All my amazing clients are on here. Hey, Meadow. Yeah, so we're loving it here, and I just wish all of you so much love and success, and just wanted to share this story about truly how anything is possible. And we didn't even know we were going to be coming here literally 3 weeks ago. It wasn't part of the plan, but I'm always really open to what's calling me, and I believe that whatever is calling me is meant for me. So just like that quote from my friend Nicole Moore, there are many things in our lives that we don't want. And we are able to ignore those, and it's not a big deal that we don't want it. But sometimes when we have these desires, we think that they're not meant for us, and we think that we need to ignore them or we should just push them away. But I believe that they are meant for you, and it's dropped in so that you'll follow it, because the rewards, the opportunities, everything is endless. I've seen that in my own life over and over again. And the truth is, doubt and fear and all of that stuff, it comes up every single time. It's just that I move past it much quicker now. And that's what's possible for you too when you do the work on yourself and you start to practice taking those steps towards your desires. Like I said, you can start with something small. It doesn't need to be booking a chalet. It can be something else. And whether it's just going into the store and trying on the dress, or buying yourself some beautiful flowers one week, or getting the manicure, or whatever it may be, upgrading to business class for the first time. It doesn't need to be a massive thing, but just try it. And then you'll see what's possible when you start to follow your desires. People will take notice. Doors will open for you. More money will come into your business. Clients will be attracted to you. Thank you, Sarah. Hey, Christy. Thank you for your messages. Yeah, and so I just really want to encourage everyone this week, take a step towards the life that you want. Whether it's big or small, it doesn't matter. Anything you desire is possible for you, and trust. I think it's crazy when we as women especially, we get these desires and then we think that it's not possible for us. Yet it's something that's inside of us and it's calling us and it's like a part of us. How is it not meant for us? So I really want you to remember that and just go for whatever it is that's calling you and believe that it's possible for you. So anyway, sending lots of love. We'll do one more shot of the mountains. It's getting a little bit dark. But I'll leave you with that beautiful image. Thanks all. Talk to you soon.